Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Some good news, some exciting news actually, and then of course the ever bubbling world of football and all the sports. Formula One, we are getting there. 2 races to go, is it 1.5? Because the sprint has been done. The main race will take place today in Qatar, and then it will be at Abu Dhabi. Then we are seeing a photo finish there. Like I said, some good news and some not so good news. The National Sport Commission, they met with at the stakeholders, a meeting of sports in Nigeria, and came out with some, far-reaching decisions. We all know that 2026 will be in Enugu host, but in 2028, Eto'o Bayelsa has moved on to the consortium of superpowers of sports in Nigeria in the past few years. So I think it is quite befitting to see them, play host and probably put some facilities over there. During the 1 week or so, from Monday to Friday, I was in that area. I was in Sagbama, I was in Kayama, I was in Adebabri, I was in Patani, I was in Agolama, I was in, all those areas. And I want to see sports develop, in those, from Port Harcourt down River State to Bayelsa, the old River State. So, but what they've been doing right now from that area, have been quite encouraging. So if they host, River State has hosted, if Bayelsa is to host, and then we're going to Yenegua and see how that a beautiful city, will congregate Nigerian athletes. Then it will be something we want to see. But not just people coming down. One of the aims when the sports festival was founded was, integral sports development. And so we see Enugu hosting in 2026, Bayelsa hosting in 2020, and Kaduna will be hosting in 2030. They'll be hosting for the 3rd time. I remember Kaduna 77. We'll talk about that. Kaduna 77, in 2009 they hosted. So when they host this, it will be the 3rd time. So we'll look at some far-reaching decisions, that were taken at the council meeting, where the Council of Sports, where they met to discuss and then, deliberate on the present and the future of sports in Nigeria. We'll look at the CAF Champions League. It has not been too good for Rivers United. Of course, their first meet against Pyramid, again the defending champions, we all say, okay, that was how it is. And they came back home to play in a Becken, and no. A lot of hula baloo. If it is possible, might get somebody from Rivers United or from Rivers State, to talk on that, what, their grievances were, as per how that game went at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium. As it is now, Rivers United have played 2 games and lost all 2, and it is not looking too well. In the group stages, you have 4 teams, which means playing back rubber games, playing each other. It means you're going to play 6 games. And they played 2 remaining 4. So in those 4 games, back-to-back Power Dynamos, and then played the other teams. Well, unless they want to get maximum point from those 4 games, it is looking like a Herculean task, but it is not impossible. We'll look further into that and see if there is in a way for Rivers United. We look at the MPFL. Some games were played yesterday. Insurance played. Remo Stars played. I will tell you the results, and other games will take place also today. I did mention that in Formula One, it is looking, because at just 25 points separate, the leader of the drivers' championship, and the 3rd place man, the man who wants to go back to back, pursuing what Hamilton, what Vettel, other greats have done. So will Verstappen, will he overcome, Oscar Piastri? Oscar Piastri was the early pace setter, but now his teammate in McLaren, Lando Norris, has taken, the 4th. And then we saw the performance in the sprints, and then how they qualified, from sprint, to the podium. So today we are going to see if Because it was a disqualification. Last week we took it. That's our breaking. When we started here, we brought in Solio Adeomo to look at it. When both drivers' points were, just eradicated from, whatever, and that is why we are here where we are. Some say it's making it, kind of more exciting. But then McLaren has, they went over there and told their guys, we are sorry. It was not deliberate. So let's see. So not so good news coming from basketball. The Tigress, we always know. You see, sometimes I don't like when they rub it on the Tigress and then the Falcons. They tell us what the Super Eagles are doing, what are the Tigers doing, and stuff like that. Because at the World Cup qualifiers, we all applaud them when they moved on to qualify. But right now, it is not looking too good. A lot of uncoordinated stories coming out. The way the preparation, as per their preparations for this tournament, for these qualifiers, they lost their first game against Tunisia. They lost their second game against the Guineans. Now they are playing the Rwandans. If they lose that, forget all hopes are lost. There is no way they're going to qualify, and then they will stay home. It's not looking that good. We also look at the APL. Yesterday, some shocks. Not just the APL, but football stories, around the continent and in Europe, the APL, the Bundesliga. There was a scare. There was a scare until in the 90th or the 91st minute for Bayern before their moving train, kicked in. The same thing with Manchester City, 2 goals up, pegged down to 2-2. 91st minute also, they found their way. Barcelona conceded in the 41st minute. I don't know how they did it. Somebody will tell us how they overcame that particular thing. PSG couldn't come back against Monaco strike. So yeah, it is just the big guns. Either they had a scare or they suffered a casualty. But I know all talks today, it's not about Crystal Palace taking on Manchester United. It's about Chelsea taking on Arsenal. I must say this for Arteta before I bring in my guys in the house. He's been able to build a team. I think they've kind of been patient with him, supported him, and then for now, I don't think there is any team that has the kind of depth that they have. That if for every position, I think Arsenal have 2 or more strong players who can fit in. And the other thing, there was some injury scare for Trossard. We had his back, and then also for Gabriel Jesus, who has not played for about a year now, I think he said he has started training, and then maybe in contention to start games in not just a few weeks. And then for Chelsea today, the fear has been that Cole Palmer, the wonder kid they got for almost nothing from Manchester City, that the boy wonder won't be playing. But right now, I think he is back. So we are in for a cracker. Chelsea have not conceded in the last 3-4 games, including whitewashing Barcelona. Arsenal came back and then showed Bayern that, yes, you guys have been peppering us. It is time we are boys to men, and we are back there. So I tell you this, but there's somebody clapping before I show him. Let us go. Because Stuart Bolawa is in the house. I didn't mean to say Barcelona were whitewashed. I just knew that they were whitewashed. So that is just what,
You were talking about how you traveled literally all around Nigeria.
That was in Bayelsa. I was in Bayelsa. I was in Rivers State.
Basically went on a tour. And then coming back, you're not saying by whitewashed. See, Ken, I know who you are, so I will let it fly. We'll let it fly. It's good to be back. The game between Chelsea and Arsenal, everybody's looking forward to that. But Arsenal in particular, you said it all. Mikel Arteta has always said this: trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process. That's what he's saying. I was one of the very, very many people that was screaming Arteta out as last season because the feeling was he spent so much money, he has so much time, and he's giving so little in compared to what he's gotten. You talked about the fact that they might have probably the deepest squad in Europe at the moment. It should have been Liverpool, as far as I'm concerned, because they spent a whole lot of money bringing in certain players.
But Liverpool let some key players leave.
Yes.
Why Arsenal retained.
I think
that is the difference.
The only key player that moved on from Arsenal was Thomas Partey, who moved on to Villarreal.
Yes.
But in Liverpool's own case, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luis Diaz, I mean, you lose players like that, trust me, and these are players that have been integral to your
this
recent success.
Exactly.
You know, so it was really sad what they are going through. But with Arsenal, we can't but just hype that team up. I saw what he did to Bayern. Kimmich said after the game that it was not just that they enjoyed football with PSG. It was an interesting game. So, but with Arsenal, it was more about game management, and that's what Mikel Arteta has done. If he can't break you down, they use the set piece to get a goal. After they get that goal, you come out and they now play you proper football. So looking at the game today will be an interesting one, something we are looking forward to. I don't think they will suffer the kind of exhaustion that happened with Barca that made them concede in the first minute of the game, or PSG that made them lose yesterday, or Bayern that had them coming back in the 91st minute. These are all top teams.
Yes.
Something we cannot say about Manchester United at the moment.
That's a sucker punch. He waited, to push it in there. They say when you have the opportunity, just hit. Don't wait. Okay, we'll give you that lineup, and we are going to start with the very, very top. You saw it, the host cities or the host states. I think it is Olympics that announce host cities, and then World Cup announced host nations.
Host nations, yes.
But then in Nigeria, we announced host states.
For the National Sports Festival.
Enugu is already in preparation. They said they want to build a new stadium, some new infrastructure for 2026. But then the communique that come out from the Council of, the National Council of Sports in Nigeria, I had, because I just got that communique, I asked them to send it to me not just long ago, on the National Council on Sports, which was held in Calabar. A lot of some heart-warming decisions to me. I think we would have captured them right there on the screen. But like I said, I just got it, before we came on air. First of all, like I said, it will be we know Enugu is hosting 2026. But then let us still have it there. In 2028, it will be Bayelsa, and in 2030, it will be Kaduna. I love Kaduna. I love that place. I've been, if I talk that you go, I don't.
Go
on. So those are the things. Enugu, Bayelsa, and so your host. And then this state, I know Bayelsa when I get money, no problem. Kaduna, I mean, we saw how this state has started being transformed in the last few years. So it will get a lot of praise. Are talking about Enugu. Of course, they got that thing after Ogun State. They said they want to, so they have Ogun State did theirs.
Yes.
And then, of course, they have a kind of understanding, a kind of relationship between those who packaged Ogun State, and also packaging.
It's a pretty interesting festival in Ogun State.
I don't know. I don't know. Ogun. I don't pay them. I don't pay on athletes. I don't know. because agitation.
Yes, there was
agitation.
Yes.
I probably would have come.
It's not something that we can overlook.
Yes. So they definitely let's see, so that if you have not done that, make Enugu not go copy and too. So then just look at it. But you guys had a good national sport festival, and that is what we say. I'm trying to see some areas where, first of all, not to talk about infrastructure, that the National Sports Commission will assist states in infrastructure. That is, when you get this, you understand. Of course, by the time they're putting in place what are the things you need. The idea is to spread sport infrastructure around the world. You don't just say in some state having just one stadium. Nigeria will not even now goes like Babio Stadium. I watched that game between Rivers United and RS Berkane. Guy, if you watch Pyramid versus Rivers United, check the stadium, you won't see any space. Then you now watch Rivers United versus RS Berkane. Oh my God!
So
it's like put them in a small. I think when we have to have, because at least there is the two other smaller stadiums in Port Harcourt that can host international football. It doesn't have to do with the size. You understand? It is the standard. put those things in place, and I think they are capable of doing that.
Have those stadiums met the requirements for hosting those kind of tournaments, Ken?
And that's what I'm saying.
That's the first question.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they have.
You're saying put them in place.
Yes, yes.
So these are some of the things that we've talked about.
Yeah.
That we have clamored for in recent times. You know, I don't want to talk about the golf in class between Rivers United and almost every other team they will face in the group stages. But you'd expect that at least when you are playing at home, you'll be able to pick up a point. Now, I wouldn't come out and say I didn't see the game. I read match reports and I listened to other analysts who saw the game talk about it, and they said there's a massive gulf in class between us and the rest of Africa. And it doesn't just start with not just the players on the pitch, even with our infrastructure, like you are talking about now, Ken. A situation whereby we do not have the necessary infrastructure to prosecute our games, prosecute matches, fans not really coming to the stadium, because whether you like it or not, the Gospel Akpabio Stadium in Uyo is not their home.
It is home away from home. You can't be playing home and playing away.
Surprise you that your opponents might even come to the stadium and even feel more at home.
At home than yourself. You are getting that. Worst case, you are getting about 24 hours before. In fact, there was a time I think Rivers United, before they got to the stadium, their opponents don't arrive. They train a day or two ahead of them.
So you look at all of this, and you begin to ask yourself, these are some of the questions that we are asking. Ken, the Spotify Camp Nou is currently still being renovated. That's the home stadium of FC Barcelona. It's currently still being renovated at the moment, and only certain sections have been approved for use. I think about 45,000 fans can come into the stadium. There was an issue with the ticketing yesterday, online printing of tickets yesterday. About 2,000 fans were outside the stadium because they couldn't print out their tickets. You need to see the way they were clamoring. And the club went about just issuing apologies, begging, and started setting up ways that they could manually get these tickets out for the fans to watch these matches. In times past, it was very difficult to beat certain teams in their home because the fans are there, the energy is there, and the players feed off this energy. But we can't say the same. If we're not able to win, as it stands now, statistically, it looks like we might not make it out of this group.
Statistically, that is hard because when you lose your first two games,
your first two games,
you are playing the defending champions, you are playing some, whatever. For Power Dynamos, I went to win the way they lost at home to Pyramids. So, but let me just read this from the communique that I just get. Let me just indulge me. Let me just read this. I said that is X1 for that should be 14. You say noted the developmental gap between the National Youth Games and the National Sport Festival. Because people are saying, after the youth games, what do they do? Yes, sir. After 2 youth games, you're not eligible to play, to be in a third one, and then you finished it at age 16, 17. I mean, so what between that time? So based on that one, they said, look, approve the establishment of the National Intermediate Games. You understand? In Nigeria, it's NIG. And then for athletes age 17 to 20, thus providing a continuous structured development pathway and bridging the gap between the National Youth Games and the National Sport Festival, with Lagos State hosting the first edition in 2026. So next year, when our come visitors, who will be hosts in Lagos? Intermediate games.
I remember the last time when Lagos hosted the National Sports Festival. That was Eco 2012. Eco for sure. That festival was, for me, it was amazing. Because I volunteered to work at the festival. For 2 weeks, I was reporting to the stadium every day, compiling reports for journalists, going about visiting different centers, watching games. It was an amazing experience for me. And this intermediate games you're talking about now will be a welcome development. At least we are seeing, like you said, it bridges the gap between the youths
and the National Sport Festival.
The festival
which will have the elites.
This is my issue. I can put together a proposal like this. With off my head or with use of AI, whatever. I can put together something like this. My worry is implementation.
I'm going somewhere. Let me get to them, because there's another sweet news that came out. Okay. It said, approve the institution of appropriate sanctions against age cheat offenders. You understand? In national sports competitions, the National Youth Game, the NIG, with the Intermediate Games now, and the National Sport Festival. School sport competitions and other age-graded competitions as prescribed below. For athletes disqualification, withdrawal of medals, and first-time offenders 1 or 2 years with sanction. Second-time offenders suspension or permanent ineligibility, depending on severity. And then for coaches, he says suspension of licenses for 1 or 3 years.
I think it should be longer for coaches.
Wait. Immediate removal from official duties. Permanent disqualification for serious, that's what they are saying, for serious or repeated violations. Then for team and state, team disqualification and withdrawal, annulment of all team results. All team results. They will annul it. Apart from what you are taking place, they annul all team results. Yeah. A fine of 10 million on the offending state to cover administrative and investigative costs. Possible criminal charges. I think this is not possible. I think I was cheering for this. Not possible. Criminal charges. You see, when you age falsification, I mean, that one a criminal offense.
Ken, you see, you
understand?
This.
Yes.
Saying all of this.
Yeah.
I miss the Channels Kids Cup.
Yes.
It just brings back all of this because I've seen the process, at least on the pitch, and how we are able to screen out players and whatnot. You said something that was very, very instructive a couple of years ago. Coaches and players colluding to cheat is one thing, but coaches and children, or getting children to cheat.
You are pushing them to that path.
Not possible.
You have corrupted their mind at that young age. That is the right way to go. That they must cheat.
It's nothing to do with adults, but to do with 12 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old. That is not possible. Criminal charges should be filed. Criminal charges.
Council of Sport, you guys did wonderfully well. But please.
Implementation.
No, this one, this possible criminal charges, no. Remove the possible. Criminal charges must be filed against those who, look, in all facets of our sport. 8 cheats. Those who are eligible to do so, you just align them. Yeah. Some people will keep on being 13. Later they even become 11. There was somebody, who was 18, and later, 8 years later, he became 16. You understand? 8 years later, after he was 18, he became 16. And then, we brought them to the national team and do all those things. So basically, these are things that we should not do. Yeah. And then there is another sweet story here about, I think I skipped it, but probably I might go back. It's talking about the anti-doping.
Yes.
Yeah. Something has been done about that. So I think this is all encompassing, supporting infrastructure, anti-doping. Yeah. I think if, like you said, if these things can be implemented,
that's it.
If you have the will to do this, Nigerian sport would have been set on a very sound footing, sound foundation.
Whether we like it or not, countries with less people in Surulere are making it to the World Cup. We said this before. We have the numbers, we have the people, and most importantly, these people have the interest, Ken, in sports. I always say this, you go to certain areas and you see people going out to train every single day for one event or for one tournament or the other. The interest is there. We just need the right framework that will put them on course. Coming out with, like you said, criminal charges against coaches, testing our athletes, doping is a no-no. There's no way we'll have programs like this. And then we go to, and we're able to compete internationally, and we'll go there and we'll go and flop. It's not possible.
Let me just read it. He said, approved the development of the Nigerian anti-doping policy and mandated the National Anti-Doping Committee to lead the process with full cooperation from the national sport federations and relevant government agencies at all levels. He said, noted that the Nigeria Anti-Doping Center has been approved as a coordinating agency for doping in Nigeria. But this finally, let me read this. He said, noted that the World Anti-Doping Agency has confirmed that Nigeria is in compliance with its code, which means Nigerian athletes can freely compete in international sports events without doping sanctions. So this one, another one that said they miss, guys, let's just implement this. If we can implement this, I think it will be fine. We want to see if you guys can follow us as we go. Let us see we can open the lines.
Yeah, we can.
And join us. Yesterday it was, let us go back to the MPFL. We talked about that and see. Yesterday it was Bendel Insurance 3, Wiki Tourist 0. Niger Tornadoes, another day I moved to Remo Stars. Remo Stars, they lost again. All right, we want to go on a very short break. And when we come back, possibly we'll open the lines and maybe I will see if we can get our guest to join us. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. Theophilus Agbonlao, the Catalan, is in the house. I'm here. What else can we do? I want to see if we can open the lines now. You guys can join us. Bendel Insurance, they are back. They are still, I think they are 16th or so on the log. Remos, I think Remo is 16th. I know between both of them, there is a story. I don't know if you guys, they've told you this gist of, Jonah jumping into the river and the fish swallowing Jonah. And the guy who was teaching the class, the religious studies class, was confused, and he told the kids in the class that Jonah jumped into the river, and the fish swallowed Jonah. No, fish cannot swallow Jonah. Jonah swallowed the fish. No, I think the Bible said the fish. Anyway, between Jonah and the fish, there was the swallowing. I tell you this. That is what is happening here. So between Bendel Insurance and Remo, I think Remo should be around the 11th, while Bendel Insurance...
Remo 11th.
Remo 16th. Bendel Insurance 16th. Okay, yeah. I think I got that right. So let us see. We'll see. Okay, that is you can take the score.
Bendel Insurance 3-0 against Wiki Tourist yesterday.
Yeah.
And Niger Tornadoes defeating defending champions Remo by 1-0. Today we have 3SC taking on El Academy Warriors, Barao FC taking on Kwara United. Rangers will be visiting Enyimba. Bayelsa United will be hosting Katsina United. And in Ikorodu City will be hosting Abia Warriors today, Ken. I think Bendel Insurance were due for a win.
We're due for a win. Is it talk by talk? I take this thing. What did happen now that they go up the corner? Warri Wolves
will be hosting.
Warri Wolves will be hosting
Nasarawa United.
That's a cracker.
Yes, and Kon Khalifa will be taking on Plateau United. Ken.
Okay. All right. Those are the games. Let's see if we can
have the game between Rivers and Rivers United and Kano Pillars.
As in
play for Wednesday.
Yeah,
3rd of December.
Because Rivers United just finished playing.
Their continental.
Yes. Okay. Then that's the table. Yes. Nasarawa at top.
Nasarawa at top of the table. Ikorodu City closely behind.
Niger Tornadoes
third. Rivers United 4th. Abia Warriors 5th. Enugu Rangers 6 to 22 points. Katsina 7 to 20 points. So between 1st and 8th. That's Wiki Tourist. That's just 7 points.
Just 7 points.
Separating
but Rivers United have 2 outstanding games.
Yes.
Because they played 12, while in fact 3 outstanding games when compared to Niger Tornadoes, who have played 15.
Yeah.
So let's see. They've been doing well in the league. Let's hope they can carry the league form, to the continent.
And on the relegation battle, Kon Khalifa 18th, Barao FC 19th. And your Kano Pillars.
Okay. Kano Pillars, 17, 18, 19, 20. So from Plateau United.
Plateau are not at the Plateau, Ken.
Is it?
Plateau.
This is a challenge, you. Your name cannot be Plateau. You understand? Why you are designing, you are the bottom.
You are the bottom.
No. Plateau United, you have to rise. Kano Pillars, you are beating Pillars, and you are still at the bottom. A lot of this, you must answer your names. I tell you this. The Warriors are fighting hard. And then that is, I think, Katsina United, Wiki Tourist, they've been touring around. Warri Wolves.
I don't know whether maybe Remo Stars and Liverpool are competing for which defending champion can go lower.
Can go lower. Remo Stars and Liverpool. they will pick up. I think they are just there, just a point below halfway line. Yeah. So basically, they will get there. Okay, that is for the league. Let's see. Let's talk about the MPFL, the EPL, because today we've been talking about the Chelsea versus Arsenal game. When you are there, you are there. There is no doubt about that. But before, as we're going on, what does we take all the European leagues while we're concentrating on that? PSG didn't see that coming. Of course, Dembele came on, onto the pitch. He started from the bench, but they didn't see Monaco, being that strong. Even Buba was on the bench.
Yeah, I watched Monaco play their league game last week.
Yeah,
I think he lost 2-1 or 3-1. So, but they were away from home. So hosting
does
PSG,
it matter?
Yeah, well, sometimes it does because, like I said,
you are good. You beat everybody everywhere.
Sometimes you feed off the energy from the crowd, and it's in the league.
Some teams do well at away, and look at Spurs.
Okay, look at last season in the La Liga, for instance.
Yes.
Espanyol at a point went about 6 months or like 4 months. They didn't lose a single game at home.
Yeah.
They were always losing away.
Yes.
But they were always winning at home. Except Barca, which was a derby, which they lost marginally. But against Real Madrid, they beat Real Madrid, beat Atletico Madrid, beat almost every other team they faced at home. They were in the relegation zone for bulk of the season up until towards the end when they now pushed themselves up and survived relegation. So some teams are like that.
Yeah.
But against PSG, I don't know whatever would have happened with Monaco yesterday. Everybody just seemed to step up. Minamino was just taking everybody on left, right, and center. And I think he got the goal in the game. And for one didn't see it coming. I was like, what could have happened? Did Tottenham Hotspurs drain all the energy off PSG midweek in the UEFA Champions League? Remember, it was Tottenham 1, PSG 1, Tottenham 2, PSG 2, then PSG 3, PSG 4, Tottenham 3, then PSG 5. Like, it was back and forth, left and right.
They were playing handball and basketball.
You get an 8-goal trailer we saw in that game. And yesterday, Monaco just stepped up. But I think Luis Enrique will be fine. I think they're not firmly in control of the league right now. Because Olympique Marseille with Aubameyang and former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood are giving them a run for their money.
I love that.
And then the injury crisis that hit PSG as well has not really been favorable for them. Hakimi has been out. He got injured in the game against Bayern Munich, where Luis Diaz almost took him. We saw him at the CAF Awards.
When he was there with the crutches.
With crutches and all of that. And Nuno Mendes, who is arguably the best left back in the world, equally missing as well. So quite a number of their key players have picked up injuries, but I'm pretty sure we saw PSG like this last season. Up until December, they were a horrible team. And then from January, they became a superpower.
So let's see if they will do that. Bayern, they lost at Chelsea.
At Arsenal.
They lost at Arsenal.
Yes.
And then they went back. Did they carry it over?
So not necessarily. Like I said, it's the league. And
are they struggling now?
They're not. I saw the lineup, Ken. Vincent Kompany rested almost everybody in that game. About 6 starters did not start the game. And Bayern are not, this season, are not renowned for their squad depth, unlike other teams in Europe. Their first 11, when fully fit, can beat almost anybody.
Wasn't that something Pep did at Europe at midweek when he rested all his players?
You see, whatever is going on with Pep Guardiola, I think that man needs a rest.
He just rested. Entirely second team.
Everybody. Maybe he's trying to balance out the squad. Maybe they have been
complaining. Or he's focusing on the league. I say the Champions League you can still qualify, but on the format. Not before that. If you lose 2 games, your group.
Yes, and you are beginning to struggle underwater and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. We have the Rock, Peter from Oshun. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, Peter. How are you?
Fine. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I want to talk about the Super Eagles, please.
Super Eagles.
What NFL was doing is very bad. It's very bad. They don't kill our sport in Nigeria. NFL is the one that kill our sport in Nigeria. They should sack every one of them.
But we can't sack them now. We can't sack them.
Good players. There's one. Let there be all these people be robbing us.
But we can't sack the FA until the end of their tenure. Yeah, that's the truth. Peter, that's the truth.
Maybe he wants a federal government intervention.
No, the federal government can't even intervene.
I know. But you understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, I understand.
Nigerians are
I know how frustrated. I know how it is. We are losing back to back.
I know you are hot.
We don't pass down. Because if you allow it to weigh you down, you see, they said you have external and internal environment.
Yeah.
Internal environment are the things you can change.
You know.
External environment are the things you cannot change. The one you cannot change, forget them. You understand? That's why we go pray.
Ken, yeah. You know, there's this trend on social media where something negative happens to somebody, and the saying is, everybody go first blow.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when after that game against DR Congo. I really couldn't see properly, and I was wearing my glasses.
Do you still want us to discuss that matter? Please, calm down now.
Let's move on.
Listen, for now we have moved on. Later, listen, the other time I tell you we want to do autopsy. You said why?
No, please stop.
You said, why did I use the word autopsy? Because our dreams were dead and buried.
Yes.
And then if the dream is there, what do you do to a dead man? You do the autopsy. That is what you do. Okay, let's go to Raymond is reaching out. Hello, Raymond. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ken.
Good afternoon, Raymond.
Good afternoon, Raymond.
Yeah. My contribution is true.
Yeah.
You see, the issue of Nigeria football, we are all giving ourselves. Do you notice that when the tenure of these people we are talking about is to expire, all of them will take form. After that, who are interested, who have the idea, will come in.
Yeah.
And they will all go again to that final election. All those who have been for 30 years, they will now step down for the person they have anointed among themselves. You just watch that, Mr. Ken, and you understand what I'm saying. And with that, they are talking about football, and because they have been recycling themselves for 20 years. The second one is the one of my coach, Liverpool. The whole players in the world is supposed to buy defenders. I don't understand his own philosophy, because I think football is divided to four: goalkeeper to defense, defense to midfield, and to attack. Yeah. But I view this coach we have. He never consider buying a single defender. This is the first season he's training. He used Georgie Klopp team last season. So let us see what he's going to do. But I'm very sure Scott cannot manage Liverpool.
Raymond, calm down now. Raymond says Sport cannot manage Liverpool. Raymond, but the guy won the league in his first season.
Now let him do it in the second season. No?
As Arteta, we are playing Arteta now. Has he won it in 7 seasons?
See, Ken.
No. Has he won it in 7 seasons?
Arteta has not done good below 10th position.
What are you saying?
He hasn't done good below 10th position.
Thank you, Raymond.
He hasn't lost 9 games out of the possible 11 in a row.
Klopp in 9 seasons won the league just once.
See, Ken.
Just once.
Ken.
And what?
And whether we like it or not.
Yes.
What you said is a fact.
Yes.
It's a fact. But I will still say this. Klopp finished with 98 points.
Forget somebody with 99.
We can't.
You like 301. Somebody. It is how cheap other oppositions are. That's why he was getting his points.
Who was cheap?
See, they played 38 games. So both of the team that had more than 98 points and himself also played those that they got the points from.
And in that season, he lost only one. He only lost one. He
lost one match. Invisibles only won how many games?
Ken.
Come on there, Joe. Hello. Let me how you day.
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm still crying from the Nigerian loss.
You are still crying.
Because, so the fact is that I still do not understand the changes the coach made for dropping Osimhen and...
No, so I think Osimhen was injured. I think Osimhen was injured. That's why he took him off. And that was why he took him off.
What about Iwobi?
Maybe that's a tactical change. we don't know why.
That tactical change is not tactical from a coach of that standard. On a crucial day like that, in a match that we need so much, then that is the day you are benching your best players in the second half. I mean, there's something I still cannot put together about our coach. Because if he was a black man, if he was a Nigerian...
He's a black man now. It's not black. It's a Malian. It's a French Malian.
I will even say he was bribed to drop our best leg so that we can lose that match.
No, I don't think so.
I'm confused.
I can understand your confusion, but I don't think it was bribed.
Yes, I am devastated.
Oh yeah, can we send you something? Can we send you something to calm your mind? What do you need? We will send. Don't be worry, you did.
Yes. No coach will do such a thing. your key players.
No, tactically, some coaches can do it. Only it didn't work out. That just it. Yeah.
That tactics not the worry.
You not the worry. All right, thank you. Let me.
Thank you very much. Thank
you. Let me say that tactics not the worry. But you guys, put a cap there. We're talking about National Sport Festival. You're talking about National Sport. Okay, because we can indulge you guys. Probably we'll still talk about National Sport Festival later. Because everybody's still hot. Everybody's still disappointed not going to back-to-back World Cup. Catalan has been planning on how he was going to invade Trump country, go to Mexico, dance some, cha-cha. Is it cha-cha? What does that mean that they dance in Mexico? Where is my friend Ken Akumabo? He knows how to dance it, the cha-cha.
Are you planning on how we would...
I'll go to Canada and go and ski, enjoy a lot of things. But this is one of those what they call it football. It's a festival. Yeah. It's supposed to be a festival, but that is the thing. Okay, we're still taking the stories. Formula One stories. Let's see their standing first. Okay, Bright is just from Owerri. Hello, Bright.
Yeah. Bright from Owerri. Chief Bright Agu from Owerri.
Bright Agu. Chief Bright. Agu is Agu a tiger or lion? Agu. What is Agu?
It's lion.
It's lion.
Said it's Chief Bright, please.
Yeah. Yes, Chief Bright. Agu. You are a lion.
Yes.
Oh yeah, talk to us.
Yes. Yes.
Talk to us. Talk to us now. Yeah, talk now. We won't listen to you. Talk. What do you want to talk now? Let's hear you, Chief. Let's hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Very clear. Very clear.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh yeah, talk. Let us hear your take. Let's have you.
Okay. Yeah. I want to talk about our NFF and the Super Eagles. I would say that, are you hearing me?
Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
Yes. I would say that NFF is not getting it right.
Okay.
And that is what cost us this World Cup that America is hosting. I think I and one of my sons wants to watch them
live.
But I'm disappointed because the Super Eagles could not qualify for that World Cup. It's not because they cannot play well, but because of, like I said before, NFF cannot get it right. A country like Nigeria cannot say their players are standing, fee that they're supposed to get. The Bible says a worker deserves his wage, but the NFF don't care. They cannot pay players. Is that not wrong? So let them know what to do. And this coaching appointment, I don't know how they recruit coach. Do you want to tell me that we don't have a coach, an indigenous coach, that can take our Super Eagles to World Cup? We have. We have numerous of them. Emmanuel Amuneke is there. Son Donise is there. I don't know why we cannot.
Okay. Agu, thank you. It's okay. Calm down. It's okay. Thank you, Agu. Other scholars also want to call in. Thank you. All right. Agu says, I don't know why.
The lion wants to roar.
Yeah.
Agu wants to roar.
Agu is saying,
but you can feel the pain in his voice. You can hear the pain in his voice.
Yeah. Why can't we? But then we're talking about the Formula One before.
Yeah.
Let's see, like I said, can we have the standing, the Formula One standings, and see where Lando Norris is, Oscar Piastri is, and it is a 3-horse race. I tell you this.
Yes.
I don't know if it is a Chihuahua or the whatever. I remember it was during that period. Was this Jose Mourinho who was in charge of Liverpool then? Rafa Benitez, and then I think the third team he was referring to, was it Asenveya or?
What did he say then?
He was talking. I remember that quote. Mourinho has a lot of quotes.
Yeah.
But what I remember was about the Okay.
I want to tell you something.
Okay, Peter.
Let our government to gather together and go and repair our stadium. All our stadium, they go and repair it.
Okay. I agree.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not standard enough.
Yeah.
They go and repair it. What's wrong with NFA? What's the Nigeria government? What's happened?
I agree with you on that. Infrastructure. The stadiums have to put in place.
Repair it.
Yes, I agree.
They should please. We have a talent people in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We have a talent people in Nigeria. Please, they can't repair all the stadium. I beg them in the name of God. They can't repair.
We join you to beg them.
We have a talent people in Nigeria. Another youth is coming. They be a talent. I have a small girl, about 10 years old now. I used to buy football for the girl. They want to be a footballer. I want to be
Assistant Oshuala.
So I used to mention all the girls in the stadium.
Yeah.
They want to be like them. We have a talent people in Nigeria. They can't repair all the stadium. Please.
Okay.
Kenny, look
Thank
at
you.
the team.
Thank you.
The way it's brought out.
All right.
It's a king in the Turkey.
Yeah. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Thank you.
He's begging you, Kenny.
Peter, thank you.
Oh
the truth is, we just have to fix our infrastructure.
Yes.
And there are no ways
Ken,
about
it will break my heart if Victor Osimhen doesn't make it to at least one World Cup.
Why?
That is just me. There are certain players
that some great.
I know.
Upon where didn't go to the World Cup.
I know.
Ryan Giggs didn't go to the World Cup.
Upon where did not play for Nigeria.
Ryan
Giggs did not play for
Nigeria has been to the World Cup.
How many times Liberia been to the World Cup? How many times has Wales been to the World Cup?
You say it will break your heart if Nigeria didn't go to the World Cup, not a particular player.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Because I mean,
if Osimhen goes to the World Cup, means Nigeria is going to the World Cup.
Like he's a carry ball, dribble, goes corner. Why you talk like this?
Ken, it's heartbreaking that we are where we are right now.
I know. See, Osimhen, his dedication, his hard work, you understand, his competitiveness, his focusedness. I remember the game we played where Truth scored and Truth was celebrating. He ran to collect the ball. As guy, we still get work. And without that, that was how we did 4 goals.
4 goals, yeah.
But whether they celebrating one, but the guy, we've not got it. The job has not been done. So that's the kind of mentality, that's the kind of attitude that Osimhen has. But if he not go World Cup, now the whole team not go World Cup.
I know.
That is the thing. So you cannot take it away from that. He didn't put in his best. Nobody can say, if you are talking about the greatness or the greatest Nigerian African players, upon West Day will come out first. Even if he didn't go to the World Cup. Did he even go to the AFCON?
He didn't play for Nigeria.
Nigeria
doesn't have any business not going to the World Cup, Ken.
Nigeria doesn't have any business not going to the World Cup.
Bilateral relationships with.
Leave me, Joe. All right. Let us look at the. You guys don't want to give me this Formula 1 stories that I'm asking of.
Lando Norris is top of the driver standing.
Yeah.
396 points. Oscar Piastri with 374. And of course, Max Verstappen with 371. McLaren 1-2, Red Bull, Max Verstappen 3. Then on the constructors, let's see that obviously McLaren has taken this one.
That the top 3 now they look at. So
yes.
371, 396 is 25 points.
Yes.
So if anything happens to Lando Norris, if he didn't finish, and Oscar Piastri, and Oscar Piastri too, something happens just like it happened to them right there at the Mexican Grand Prix. Then Max Verstappen will just be looking at it. So that is how it is looking like. But Piastri is on pole.
Yeah.
Ahead.
It's a McLaren 1-2 on pole. The starting grid.
McLaren, Piastri Lando
Norris, yes.
Then I think George Russell,
Max Verstappen is third.
Max Verstappen is third.
Then George Russell is fourth.
Okay, so that is how the Qatar Formula 1 is lined up now. So it's going to be war up to the if they end 1, 2, 3, and then there is still about 20 less than 8 plus 23, 8 plus 25, 23 points.
Yeah, 33 points.
Unless there are more than 23 points separating them at the end of
today's
today.
race. Abu Dhabi will be
Abu Dhabi will just be a coronation. It will be a coronation for Lando Norris the way it is looking, and I think it will be very, very painful for this man, for him not to to qualify. Very, 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 very painful. I really feel for Piastri, because basically he was the guy who started. We thought he was going to get everything done, but something happened to something. And before you knew it.
and you were fighting Solu last week.
Yes. Solu is not my friend. Solu is not my friend.
And he was just relishing the moment, Ken. Oh my goodness. But that's the drama that the Formula One brings.
Okay. All right, the drama that Formula One brings, that is what he said.
Yeah.
What else have we not touched today? Okay, we're supposed to discuss some. Okay, everything has been taken care of. So
we've not talked about Barcelona.
We've not talked about.
Okay,
you are free to talk about
Barcelona and Barcelona-related topics. Because for instance,
the league now.
The greatest player to play on God's green earth.
Yes.
In the early hours of this morning,
scored.
He didn't score. He assisted.
Yeah, is it 4 or 5?
He now has 405 assists. Okay. I'm talking about Lionel Messi, for those that do not know. Let me look into my camera.
I'm indulging him.
Well, you don't have a choice. Because I remember when he broke the record the first time, they said, no, he hadn't broken the record yet. He's broken it twice. They said, no, he's now 404. He didn't say anything. He officially
had a push cast
now they've won the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Talking about Inter
has
Miami.
never even qualified before to play it.
And it just shows you the impact that Lionel Messi has had on the team.
He is the greatest now.
Some people, if Jimmy was here, or Yemi was here, or Boom was
here,
or Ben was here. No, I would throw stones because
this guy is enjoying himself on my set.
That's the idea because they're not here today. So let me flex my muscles, But 405 assists, 48 trophies. Ken, and that's massive.
Okay, he will keep on waxing lyrical, and that is how he always does it. But then I want to have your take. Chelsea or Arsenal, who takes it today?
After what Chelsea did to Barcelona midweek. Arsenal. Arsenal.
This is not bad belly.
Bad. You see here? Bad belly. Bad one. Horrible. But Arsenal right now are the team to beat.
Chelsea has not conceded in their. They beat Barcelona without conceding.
Yes.
They beat. If I would have got that last time.
There's a reason why Arsenal
scored 8 goals in the last 3 games without conceding. Arsenal has been conceding.
There's a reason. Chelsea will concede today. Arsenal will not only win. Arsenal will win well at Stamford Bridge.
Oh, I will play this table for you.
Please do.
Okay. Oh my God. Let me not tell you what is happening behind the scene. We are going.
It's infrastructure.
Yeah.
The moment we are able to get it right in that regard, and our administrators decide that they want things to work, and not play politics with our sport, we would crash everybody.
Not play politics with our sports. Yeah. We have all the resources, human and material resources to be the best in the world in all that we do. This communique will take it back. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.